Hi, I'm Dennis, and I need to talk about why women can't find men. It's not that hard, people. First and foremost, guys are looking for an image. That's what they're looking for. They're looking for an image. Way, talk a certain way, um, act a certain way. It's all about image. If you are stuck up, you are you think you're the queen, and you think that men should fall at your feet and do whatever you say they should do, you're barking up the wrong tree. Men are totally different than they are when they were 20, 30 years ago. You have Women have bashed men for so many years. Men just got tired of it. They got tired of it. They didn't need to listen to your crap anymore. So they went elsewhere. Um, the women who are out there today looking, there's a lot of good looking girls out there, and your looks have very little to do with it. Your looks only opens the door for a guy to actually meet you. But there's other things that open doors besides your looks. The way you carry yourself, the way you dress, there's the way you look. And let me give you some examples. You see this all the time. I see it in the stores. I mean, it just kills me. You see women wearing high heels, which is awesome. I love high heels. Who doesn't? With spandex. Really? Um, who are you trying to attract? You're making yourself look good for a one night stand. That's it. A guy's going to approach, if he even approaches you, you may be unapproachable, but even if you are approached, he's going to look and just to one night stand. That's it. He's not going to take you home to meet mom. So I don't know what you think that image is doing for you. Another one that kills me is eyelashes. Listen, I like eyes. I like legs. Most guys like eyes and legs. But when you have fake eyes, uh, lashes on, little ones, fine, maybe. Big ones, hell no. Not a good look. You are presenting yourself as a phony, a fake. He's not into that. When you walk around with piercings, oh my God, the piercings, people get over the piercings. The ones that kill me the most, and there's a lot of them, I don't mind so much the ones in the ears. Yeah, it's okay, fine. But when you got them sticking all over your face and you got the damn bull ring in your nose, yeah, that's really attractive. I don't think and I know a lot of guys then and now, and not one of them thought, oh man, that's hot. That's hot. No, guess what? It's not hot. You think it is. We don't. So if you want my advice, get rid of the piercings, the nose piercings, the ones the ring in your nose. Give me a break. Here's another one for you. You are walking around with a high end purse. Now it could be a fake, it could be real. Who really cares? The guy doesn't give a damn. You think it looks good. I don't know who you're trying to impress. I know girls who would spend their mortgage money or their rent money on a purse because, no, I don't know, because I have no idea why they do that. A guy doesn't give a damn if you got a $10 purse or $100 or $1,000 purse. He don't give a damn. Who are you trying to impress? You're trying to impress other women. Now, if you're trying to attract other women, that may open the door, but if you're trying to attract a man, that's not going to work. The way you dress, you don't have to dress in designer clothes because a guy doesn't give a damn about your designer clothes. He doesn't know the difference between designer and not, as long as you look good in it. Plain and simple. I had a conversation with my wife just this morning. It was a friend of hers that was wearing this big, huge, ugly dress. She goes, did she look in the mirror this morning and see what you look like? And she went out like this? Who are you trying to attract, people? I don't understand why you're acting this way, why you're dressing this way. It just makes no sense. These are the reasons why you're not dating anybody. These are the reasons why guys aren't even approaching you. You're unapproachable. Unapproachable. I had a friend of mine years ago in high school. Had a major crush on this girl. I never asked her out because I was afraid of being shot down. And that's the problem. When you look a certain way and you present yourself a certain way, you're unapproachable. And even though you are, we don't know. We put a label on you that you're unapproachable because we don't want to get shot down. You don't want to get shot down, neither do we. So if I'm going to ask you, oh, can I get your number? Can we go up? And I get out of my face, or no, I don't want to hear that. So if you look a certain way, not going to be approached, not going to do it. So, I mean, these are simple things that you can correct. Tattoos is another one. If you want my advice, and I'm an older guy, but I wasn't old forever. Years ago, it's the same thing. A tattoo here, a tattoo there, a dolphin. My wife has a rose on the side of her leg. That's cute. That's cool looking. When you get tattoos all over your face, all over your hands, up your arms, your whole legs. I mean, you got tattoos coming down your chest. Yeah. Are you mom material? No. Am I going to take you home to meet mom and dad? No. Am I going to take you home to meet my friends? No, because you look like a clown. That might have worked when you were in your early 20s or your late teens. It was cool back then. Not cool anymore. Ask Jelly Roll. He did this because he wanted to be cool. Well, ask him now. He's even said it himself. I look ridiculous. I should never have done it. If you're going to do something stupid like that, think about what's going to happen tomorrow. I don't know these people, but you see people online, they can't even find a job because they look like a clown. They got tattoos all over the face, all over the hands. Now, I can't put you out on the selling floor, being in retail. I can't put you anywhere where you're going to meet the public because that's a reflection of my business. I ain't going to put you out there. So then they complain, well, I can't find a job. I'm a good worker. Yeah, maybe behind the scenes, you can work from home on your computer. Nobody wants to see your face. Here's another one. Oh my God, I got 1,000 of these things. Why men can't stand dating women. Why men don't approach women. Fat lips. Seriously, people? Seriously? Big lips looks good on African-American people. It just works for them. It looks great on them. Not a problem. It don't look good on you when you're white. It looks ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. But why do you think it looks good? I don't know. I have no idea. You look stupid. There again, who are you trying to impress? Am I going to take you home to meet my friends or meet my family? And you're going to go, what is this clown with the fat lips? No, we're not going to be bothered with you. Another one. And I don't really, and this one's a big one. I have a weight loss program because I was heavy. I was 315 pounds and I needed to lose weight and I couldn't. So I had to develop a way to lose weight. And I spent 1.5 years trying to investigate what I needed to do because the industry had nothing for me. And I came across this program that I lost 115 pounds on. So that's another one. If you're overweight, you just close the door on half your potential men because a lot of guys don't like overweight women. A few pounds, we all got a few extra pounds. Fine and dandy. But when you are really overweight, you need to drop the weight. This is how you do it. It's $79. It's easy. It's fast. It's all natural. There's no medication involved at all. Go on the site, check it out. But that's another big one. You need to lose weight. I needed to lose weight. I'm going to give you a good example. When I was 315 pounds, I was huge. I noticed no matter where I went shopping with my wife, went to the mall or wherever, no one took notice of me at all. I was like invisible. Not that I was trying to attract anybody, but I noticed that people just ignored me. I was fat. I was huge. My clothes were 3X. They were huge on me. Nobody noticed me. My so-called friends used to tease me. Not all of them, some of them. Like I really wanted to be heavy, right? And this was the choice. So they thought, let's just tease him. Now, you can tease until the cows come home. I don't care. To me, it just showed that you're an idiot. But I got teased at because I was overweight. So, I mean, it's a very important thing. So when I lost 115 pounds, and I lost this weight without even being hungry, which is actually unbelievable, and there's no side effects either. So when I lost all my weight and I got down to where I needed to be, about 210, somewhere there about, I was getting noticed all the time. I go, wow, what's the difference here? Women were talking to me. I was in line waiting to check out. Women were turning around talking to me. And I don't know what this women do this all the time. When they start talking to you, they have to touch you. It's like, I'm touching you now. Open your ears because I'm getting ready to talk to you. My wife does it all the time. I'm sitting next to her. She's got to touch me like, okay, here we go. The conversation's going to start. So I get women touching me. They're talking to me. My wife doesn't know. I even got a few numbers, which I didn't just threw them away. But I got noticed because I lost all my weight. So that may be another problem why you're not being approached, because of your weight. That's where you need to go. There's another one. Jewelry. Oh my God. There are so many, and the older women are more in 40s, 50s, 60s. You're guilty of this. They wear bracelets, gold, bangle bracelets, gold. I see women with 10, 20 on each arm. What? You just sent a message to a guy that you're high end. I got to buy you more jewelry to make you happy. When you got that expensive purse, I need to buy you something that's going to make you happy. And it's going to cost you a lot of money because you got $1,000 purse. I have to buy you a certain amount of clothes, or for a present, it's got a certain price because you're high end. If you're high end, we're out of here. We don't need that. So these are a lot of little different things that you need to look at and go, you're attracting or you're not attracting the person that you want to. Another big one. And, smile. Oh, my God. Smile at somebody. If somebody walks by and catches your eye, smile. Even though you're just walking past them, smile. Give them a good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever, and smile. That opens the door. That guy's going to do a complete 180 and turn around and come after you. This happened to me a couple of months ago. I'm in a grocery store with my wife, no less. And she's out doing something. I was doing something else. This woman walked up to me with her cart, and she goes, "You want to be my husband?" What? But it was an opening line. And turns out that she was looking, her husband, disappeared in some place in the store, and I was there. But it was a great opening line. Have a sense of humor. Plain and simple. I was in a bar a long time ago, sitting after work just to have a drink. Actually, it was just a Coke, because I don't really drink. I was having a Coke at this bar I used to go to all the time. I knew everybody there. I'm sitting at the bar, and I used to smoke. And I'm sitting there, and this good little girl walks up, sits next to me, and the whole bar is empty. It's just me sitting there. So she sits next to me. So, okay, now I'm wondering. And she goes, "Oh, my God. Are you going to smoke those damn things all night?" And I'm going, "What?" I go, "Great. I got a non-smoker sitting next to me. Okay, fine. I get it. If you don't want me to smoke, I'll put it out. But go sit some other place. There's all these other chairs." So all of a sudden, she opens her purse, and she pulls out a pack of cigarettes. And she pulls out a cigarette, and she goes, "You got a light?" I go, "What? You just started giving me hell for smoking." She goes, "It was a great opening line, wasn't it?" Yes, it was. And we started talking. We didn't do anything. We just became friends. It was the opening line. It's how you address everything. You have to open the door for somebody to walk in, or at least answer the door. Another one that I'm big on is perfume. My favorites are White Diamonds. My wife said a couple this morning. I don't forget what they were. But anyways, when you're wearing a nice scent and you walk by a guy, Guarantee, because I'm a guy, all guys do the same thing. A guy's going to stop and look and see where that came from. That's an opening of the window. That's an opening. If you bathe in it too much, just a hint, you're looking around going, where did that come from? Every time I smell a good scent, I turn around and see where it came from. If I were single, that is my opening to go see where that came from. And just say, God, yeah, I'm sorry, but you just smell fantastic or something like that. But that's the opening. You need to find an opening to meet men. If you're waiting for a guy to address you, you may have a long wait because guys are kind of shy. And the guys who aren't shy are the ones you really don't want to be messing with because they have an ego. It's the shy guys that you really want. So if the guys are shy, don't wait for him. Approach him. Approach the man. Come up with a line. You go in the grocery store. Walk up to a guy that you look at his cart and see what he's got. You can tell if he's shopping for one. Look in the cart and go, okay, this guy looks like he's single. And if he isn't, he's going to tell you right away. And stand next to him with your scent. Stand next to him and just reach for something in front of him. I don't care what. It could be the butter. Who cares what it is? It doesn't really make a difference. And just make a comment. I never bought this before. Have you used this? Or, whatever you want to do. But that's the opening. That's going to open the door for you to meet somebody. There's a lot of these little things that you need to pay attention to. But please stop waiting for the guy to approach you because he's going to be shy and he doesn't want to get shot down. And so if you approach him, I've been approached by so many women. And I swear, if I was single, I would never be single. Never. Because I used to get approached all the time when I lost my weight. And and there's another thing. And this kills me. It kills me because I had friends of mine. I had one of my best friends years ago. And him and his wife, they got married. And they were in bed all the time. And my buddy, he was oversexed anyhow. And it was the funniest thing. Once they got married, the sex stopped. And he goes, I'm allowed Sunday mornings. And if I happen to sleep on Sunday mornings, tough shit. We'll see you next Sunday. I go, you got to be kidding me. But she used it to get into a marriage. And I'm imagining they had other issues. They got divorced. Reason why, I don't really know. Maybe if I did, I kind of forgotten what it was because many years ago. But the point I'm bringing out, do yourself a huge favor. Don't hold sex against your partner. Wrong thing to do. I had a friend of mine. I had a lot of friends. I had a friend of mine who was a stripper. Okay. Met her on the golf course. Okay. You want to go meet men? Go to the golf course. Learn how to play golf. Met her on the golf course. She was a single. I was a single, and we ended up playing together. It's a lot of fun. Became a friend. Never touched her. She never touched me. But you start talking and you start opening up about your life, your inner feelings, and it was quite interesting. And she goes, I don't date my customers. She goes, I was always in long-term relationships. I'm there for the money. They do certain things, to attract the men and get the money. She goes, but I don't mess around with them. And she goes, a lot of other girls are doing the same thing. They're just there for the money. She goes, but the one thing men always do, they cheat on their wives. And I said, well, that's a biggie. She goes, but you know why? And I said, well, I can guess. And she goes, well, why do you think men cheat? I go, my thought was, if you don't get what you need at home, you got to go out and get it. She goes, exactly. She goes, I have met hundreds, probably thousands of men. Excuse me. And they all have the same answer. I don't get anything at home. And women hold this thing like they dangle in front of you like a little carrot, Do as I say, do as as I tell you, or I don't going to give you any sex. Well, that only lasts for a short time. You don't give your man sex, or maybe woman, same thing. If you don't have sex with your partners, they're going to go out and get it.
And then all of a sudden, no, you cheated on me. Well, you know what? If you really want to break it down, it's because you withheld it. So it's another thing you got to take in thought. You can't use your body as a tool to withhold sex because it's going to come back to bite you. And my wife, we had a big conversation this morning about all this stuff. Men don't think like women. Women don't think like men. And we are shy people. We are a shy species. We don't want to be turned down. We want to look like we're strong and masculine and stuff. And nothing really hurts us. But yes, we do hurt. We do cry. We were taught not to show that side, but we do. And if you withhold sex, it will destroy your relationship, be in a marriage or whatever. It will destroy it. If you spend, and your partner can't keep up the bills because you're just spending too much, because you want this image, that's going to destroy it. If you just don't take part. Now, if you're not going to really be into a marriage, get out. Okay? Even with the kids, get out. You're not helping the kids at all. If you're arguing all the time, and that's one thing, Jesus, another one for women, no bitching. Oh my God. I known a lot of guys I used to play golf with years ago, and their wives used to bitch all the time. And it weighs on you. After a while, you just go, I'm done. I'm not going to take this anymore. And it takes a long time to get to that point. But once you get to that point, you're done. You can't go back. You're done. So, if you got a complaint, talk about it, but don't bitch about it. Don't nag them. But there's so many things that you have to learn and have. Men are totally different than women. And, we just want to be proud of who we have. You may not be the prettiest girl in town, but to him, you're gorgeous. And if you don't help him stay in the relationship, you're going to lose it. And as you already showed, it's so hard to replace them. So you need to get wise and learn how to play the game as the men have learned to play the game. And guess what? The men have turned out to be, I don't want to play anymore. I got a good friend of mine, single. He's in his early 50s. Great job, makes awesome money. He's had it up to here with women. He's had 2 wives that cheated on him. He's had it up to here. He's not interested in, and he's a good-looking guy. A good-looking guy. He works out. He does these triathlons, so he's well fit. Got girls hitting on him all the time. Not interested. Not interested. He's had it with you. And I think that's what's happening with men today. They're done. They're done. I don't need all your crap. I don't need your expensive purses, your expensive clothing, your attitude, your high-end taste. Don't need it. I want somebody, and my father always said this years ago. He told me, if you had a very wealthy girlfriend, you came from a wealthy family, you bought her a diamond ring, she would complain that it wasn't big enough. You can never make her happy. On the other hand, if you marry a girl who grew up poor, you come home with a loaf of bread, she'll love you forever for it. Well, guess what? That's the truth. That's the truth. And I hate to say it, but it is the truth. I have friends who proved it wrong, proved it right, I should say. And you can never ever make a very wealthy person or came from a very wealthy home happy, because she expects something all the time. And if you're old enough, you know that life has a lot of ups and downs. And if you have a down year or two financially, you can't fulfill the needs of your partner. And so that's when she starts looking elsewhere. So, these guys are looking for decent women who look nice, don't overdress, they don't show off, they're not high end, they smile, they look nice, they giggle, got a great sense of humor.
They're looking for somebody who like goes to church. I can take that person home to meet mom and dad. I can take that person to meet my friends. I can take that person in the white collar world to a corporate picnic or a corporate dinner or a corporate party or something. I can be proud of that person. I can be proud of that person that I'm taking to show off in front of my colleagues, in front of my friends, or perhaps I can take a girl who's got tattoos all over her face, her hands, her arms, and she's got piercing all over her face. She's got a stupid ring in her nose, wearing high heels and spandex and her tits hanging out. And you think he's going to be proud of you? He's not even going to give you a shot. You're not even the ball game. So, I mean, these are the things you have to look at, people. So now you wonder, why can't I find a man? I just gave you a whole bunch of reasons why, and there's a whole bunch more. And, we're not the innocent people, and we have the same issues. We have weight issues, we have issues that, that women are looking for, getting a job once, but women look for certain things. Guys look for another thing. My granddaughter says to me, these guys, she says this all the time. Boys are stupid. Well, men never grow up. I'm sorry. Here's newsflash for you girls. We never grow up. Okay. It's the way it is. Men never grow up. Inside that tall, older man is a little boy. And these guys at school, she laughs at, she goes, they come out with these stupid haircuts. I forget what they call them. These dumb haircuts. And you think to yourself, why? Why do they get these dumbass haircuts? Are they trying to attract the women? And the women are going, or the girls are going, you look stupid. So regardless of what age you are, women have criteria. You got to look a certain way, act a certain way. I guess don't act stupid, but I guess that's almost impossible. We always do. But it goes both ways, guys. And this is what people are looking for. If you don't know where to look for them, stay tuned. We have other videos coming up, where to go to find men, where to go to find women. It's not that hard. It's actually kind of simple. And if you like what you see, hit that like button and write some comments. Give me some ideas what you want to talk about, and we'll sit there and chat about it. I've been talking for 27 minutes there. I think it's time to get off. Give me some comments. Let's talk about it. We'll talk soon.